All right, well, so let's switch gears now and go right into our power rankings, and let's do this on the fly and see if we can come
Let's,
together in a timely manner.
first time we do it together on the fly. Let's have some
Here we
fun.
go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Why not? Why save the conversation for off the camera? Let's do this. Let's do this on site. All right. So, what needs to change? Does Bronson Reed stay at number 10?
Bronson stays at 10 because of the classic that, we didn't say it in our recap, but yes, I'm vouching for him to stay. Gave Gunther a great match. Going toe to toe with IC. I can see him holding the belt. It's gonna happen probably in 2024, but they're setting him up nice, man. I like how the way they're booking Bronson for sure. So yeah, let's definitely keep him there.
All right, keep
Bigger
him there.
match.
Jimmy Uso, number 9.
Doing some dirty work this week. Yeah, Griff, that's our boy. What you think?
Jimmy should remain. Jimmy's a slickster. He's the same as he's the same as a Dom. He just in the way and filling in the gaps. I mean, if he getting knocked out, if he's getting thrown in the crowd, if he's getting FU'd or attitude adjusted, whatever you want to call it, he's taking all the blows and punches. The main goal is that he's the king. He's Jimmy Uso. He's going to do whatever he has to do to, make sure he's good, his bloodline good, and his brother Jay don't prevail. So, yeah, I think Jimmy can deserves to stay where he's at.
All right. LA Knight. Does he move up based on the actions that's happening here?
I was waiting for this one, and since I'm not an LA Knight guy, I honestly have to say he is a contender for a top 5 this week.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me scroll up here. Let me scroll. Okay, because I can see looking at it who he could replace. But we gotta, who are we putting in that spot though? Yeah, what you thinking?
I mean, bye-bye Shinsuke. I mean, Shinsuke had a victory.
Well,
but I mean, Seth can possibly creep down.
Oh, come on. How? How?
Hold on. Wait. I got something for y'all. Hold on.
Yeah.
EO low key. LA Knight can move up, but here's the dark horse, and this is fun, y'all. This is what we do for our viewers. This is what we do. Night before. Drew, with the work that he's putting in, with the mic work, and obviously the promo, Drew can slide in. Drew can slide in somewhere.
Where?
I would say Jimmy. Everybody moves up, and Jimmy can go. I mean, and maybe Drew can go into 10, and then maybe I'm trying to think. What did EO? Somebody can come off, or somebody needs to come off. Because I'm saying if somebody's leaving, so who are we replacing with? So the first person I thought about was getting Drew on. That's my opinion.
Why though? Like, what has he done? What has he done in the ring that has said he's better than Bronson Reed? Right. I know Bronson Reed has done the ring work and not the mic work.
I was saying moving Bronson up to 9. Everybody move. I said Bronson and Jimmy move up a slot. Drew move into 10.
And who's coming out?
Because if we're moving,
who's coming out?
I would say EO.
Okay. Why are we hesitating to say that? Are they like,
no,
Griff, you disagree with this?
No.
I mean, this it ain't just a disagree. It's just looking at this and what's transpiring. Okay, let me switch the gear. Here's what I'm thinking. My top 5.
I can't see the whole list.
Gunther's 1, Roman 2, Rhea 3, Seth 4, LA Knight 5.
Ooh,
Dominic coming down.
Okay. The fun begins.
I like you like defend like the things. Like I'm cool with making whatever changes, but I always say like you have to defend the things. Like you can't tell me that Rhea has like done so much that she can now jump over Dominic, who has performed on every show, who has put in time on who has been involved in everything. Do I think Dominic should still stay in the top 5? Probably not. But I would just like you to defend why you're saying these things are needs to happen. Like we can't just like say like, oh, this is the top 5 and that's it. Like, why is that the top 5?
Here's what I'm going with the top 5. I'm moving Rhea, as I alluded to earlier. The work that she's doing, not just in the ring, not just leading the Judgment Day, but also the little business deals and the slick things she's doing behind the scenes to keep the Judgment Day going that she's not saying and producing. So having Jimmy come on the show, which we know she pretty much made that phone call for him to come and cost him the belts, on top of her going through the other 4 women that night as well, and trying to maintain the whole group itself as a woman, yeah, I see her moving up that slot, and that's that defense for her going up. Dominic, yeah, he's having matches, but at the same time, Dominic be getting their tail whipped around too and not winning all the matches either. So in that case, Gunther, another successful victory in the Continental title. 1, Roman returns back. He ain't just had one segment, but he had a few segments throughout the show.
He's not done anything. He hasn't done anything.
Okay.
Dominic has. That's what I'm saying. Like I will fight this to the death. Like Roman, all he did was come back. I knew we were gonna do this. I knew exactly what y'all were gonna say.
Wait, hold on.
Just because he came on the show, he now deserves to move up. He hasn't done anything.
Hold on, I got this, Jeff. Let me get him. Let me get my brother here.
Get him? What do you mean?
Standing, coming back and marking we said this. Coming back and marking your territory on your show. Hear me out. The way coming out and facing, obviously, the way he starts the show, it's gonna be a promo. He gonna get with whoever on the mic. But I think that spear was a message sent to LA Knight saying, okay, great. Let's remember who runs this. So yes, it wasn't a match. We know he's not going to wrestle on Friday night. We know he's only a PLE guy where he is now. He's not even going to wrestle a SmackDown anymore. But with the fact that what he did to kind of set this feud in motion that resonated with me, and I can see his point. That qualifies as doing something, not just coming back and raising your finger saying acknowledge me, but
which is what he did. Which is all he did. Think about it, Brandon. Coach, all he did was come back. This man came back from vacation and did his job, and we was like, "Hey, you're number 1.
So you're just
you're
counting,
a star." No,
so you're discounting the spear to LA Knight saying,
"I'm not discounting."
That's all my point.
I'm not saying that he does. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that he's not like the tribal chief. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that I would like to see more before we start to push him up the power rankings. That's all I'm saying. Like, I believe, because like what we're getting ready to do is throw people off the top power rankings that we spoke so highly about, like all 3 of us. Like we're getting ready to say Dominic has done nothing when he actually has done so much. Like I don't want us to just discount what we've talked about in the past just because like, oh, the new thing is popping. Like, no, like let's consider what power rankings actually mean. And when we say like this person has been powerful for quite some time and deserves this run. Like if anything, let's put Dominic on a number 2 with a minus. So we're saying he's coming down. That makes more sense to me than to say like Roman coming back and just like claiming his territory is enough.
My argument was coming behind Griff on one person had to go. And that was like I said, I was just defending him from that standpoint. But yes, you are right. Power rankings are power rankings.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying like we can't change the power rankings ever. That's not what I'm saying. I just want us to be like considerate of what we've already talked about.
I hear that.
Like so like if all it takes for Roman Reigns to just like come back and just basically just like say like, hey y'all, I'm back and like here's how it's gonna be, and one spear like propels this man all the way back up to the top of the rankings.
No, I'm
like,
not.
Then let's just say like, all right, it's his power rankings, and we've been waiting for him to come back.
I'm not vouching for
him.
Just
say that.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. What's the difference of having Roman in number 2 and number 3 when he was off TV? And we all said this, hey, he's still, because I was at one point to bring him down. He ain't been on TV, but he's still working with the wise man behind closed circuit. So he's off TV. We kept him in that top 4, top 5. He comes back and make a couple statements. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? I just feel that champion, he returned, and I get what you're saying, 100%. But I think the biggest thing too, when it comes to power rankings, that's the challenge is, although somebody might be doing all the work and doing all the stuff, it can take one person do one little thing, and that person can drop, and that person go up too. I mean, that is what it is. Not saying like Dominic should drop down because he didn't do A, B, C, and D. It's like, yo, wait a minute, Roman returned. Seth is hot. Shinsuke had a powerful match. Rhea doing some slick stuff.
No. So listen. So I'm not saying that people that are hot can't move. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying the thing that we're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're like immediately we were like Roman Reigns is back. Dominic hasn't done anything. Right? I want us to get out of that mindset of saying like people haven't done because somebody else has. Right? Like we're saying like, oh, Roman Reigns is back. Roman's claiming his territory. He speared him. And then on the other side of that is Dominic hasn't done anything. Mommy's taken over and all of that stuff. Like, no, like Dominic has put on banger after banger after banger and like has kept like the bloodline intact. Like he is literally like he was running the briefcase to the ring. He kept the tag titles going when they were going after that. Like he's doing all of the dirty work. So like let's not say like that's nothing just because Roman came and speared somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I want to get us out of the habit of.
All of
like,
that is valid.
That's why I always challenge these power rankings.
All of that is valid. All right, here, and like I said, I was coming behind Griff on, and Jack, I just messed with you saying Roman didn't. That wasn't just my point. That was where I was getting ready to cut a promo on you about. Yeah, Roman. That was just a deal. Like, so you did not see that spirit. That was, but fellas, the top 4 to me stays the same. Real talk. Shinsuke, that was kind of what Shinsuke and Io here in the middle of the pack is what I was looking at. And I was saying is like, okay, if Shinsuke and Io has to go, who and you say it every week, Jackie, if somebody's going, who's coming in? So my first thought, I'm like, okay, well, if we're going to replace 1 or 2, then we need to have two wrestlers that had a good week ready to come in there. And I'm saying the first thought of Drew came to mind, like, okay, he's won his matches, but I think the psychology is what was captivating with Drew. The psychology of where, obviously we know the heel turn is coming, but it's kind of like the promos. He's constantly having defending himself. I just think of just his body of work with just the mic work, obviously the stuff that he did with Miz, if you to kind of start this stuff, but I'm thinking about Drew. Yeah, right. I'm just thinking of Drew if Shinsuke or Io has to go, or if Shinsuke goes down, but he had a banger. I mean, he had a banger. Ricochet.
That's what I was going to say. Like, we can't argue. Right. We can't argue Shinsuke and Drew because Shinsuke was the flip side of the Ricochet conversation we were having earlier. Like, they had a really good match, so we can't say Shinsuke drops 2 because he, like, to everybody's point, he put on a banger, right?
So are we flipping? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jackie. So we need to flip. So are we? I can see maybe Griff, and hear me out on this, Griff. I can see Io and Knight swapping. That's it. If we were to leave this list as it is and not include Drew, maybe next week he's coming. But as I'm looking at it now, I would say Knight and Io need to swap.
No, that's why I'm looking at this, and what everybody had their point across. Looking at it, if we add Drew, Io should go. If Drew not making the list, swap LA. I'm definitely in agreement with that because that's why I was just really looking at it between LA Knight and Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke overruled LA Knight. LA Knight had a powerful promo. Of course, he's going to win. He's going to be on the win streak to a crown jewel. We know that. But Shinsuke had a dogfight match after coming off with Seth with Ricochet. Right. So, yeah, I'm looking at this.
Hey,
I think the top 5, and I had Knight going 5.
If anything, here's a thought. Here's a thought, gentlemen. If we're not on the Drew train yet, hell, let's reward both of these cats for having a great deal, and maybe Ricochet can come in at 10.
Huh? You was just pushing Drew.
Listen.
It's a top 10. How do we get 14 people on this top 10?
Listen. I'm not saying. Did I say? Listen, viewers. I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to cuss. This is our normal interaction, y'all. Did I say, did I say that it was set in stone? I'm getting ready to go bash at the beach on your ass again. So here we go. But yeah, I was throwing. I actually threw out the Ricochet. Real talk. I actually threw out Ricochet to see if his performance was worthy of a top 10. That's the only reason I threw it out. I was just thinking out loud. So I was really bouncing off y'all.
Listen, I'm good with everybody. Like I don't care who we throw up here. I just want to know who they're better than.
Right.
If we're taking somebody out, and then I just want us to consider the things that we have said about the people that are up there. Right. Like I understand like why EO needs to come out. EO had no production or like not out, but like even just drop.
Right.
But I don't think Ricochet has done enough over the weeks.
So Jackie, who are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And who are you replacing EO with? If you had your choice,
I think her and LA Knight do switch. I do agree with that.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I think that's where it stops.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool with that.
Like, I to be honest with you, I'm okay with the Roman and Dominic switch. I just want the conversation to just like be true to our actual power rankings, because I don't want us to like get excited about our guy coming back and then we'd be like, all right, we just gonna shoot him up, right?
PSA.
So like if we said Gunther 1, Roman 2, Dominic 3, I'm cool.
Yeah. PSA. I did not say Roman move ahead of Dominic. I was just coming behind Griff, supporting Griff on. I was just really messing with you.
Stand on your morals, sir.
I am saying
have a spine.
I did not one time say Roman need to move up. I was basically coming behind Griff on your point. I was really coming at you saying he didn't do nothing. That was my
What do you mean? Because he didn't. What do you mean? Listen, if anybody else comes out and just says like, hey, like San Antonio, I'm back, and then spear someone, everybody's just like, okay, cool.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's the tribal chief, so it's like, oh, okay, this is the greatest thing ever. All you did was spear him. Like, no.
He did something. It wasn't like he was sitting down eating popcorn and chilling. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
I was happy that he was like pushing back on the yeet thing.
Yeah,
I was very happy to hear that, because WWE gets on a word or gets on like a phrase, and then that's the thing that you have to hear every episode or have to hear every, and it seems to be yeet right now, and it's like
that ain't it.
That was like, wasn't that like 2017 or something like that? Like maybe even earlier, like 2014, 2000. I want to say like prime 2014 was when that like word like really hit.
Oh, bro.
If I'm thinking correctly, but
yeet.
Here we are in 2023, and we are a recycling community if nothing else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's push on, man. Because
we have done it. We have done it live. That's what it's about.
Okay, so we are looking at Gunther 1, Roman 2, Dominic 3, Seth 4, Shinsuke 5. Excuse me. Yes, 5. LA Knight 6, Rhea Ripley 7, Io Sky 8, Jimmy Uso 9, and Bronson Reed 10. Honorable mentions go to Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, all of WWE's East Coast roster, and everybody incorporated with Death Row, the dudes that shot Tupac, and Natalia.
And remember, Jada Pinkett was in the car, y'all. Jada Pinkett was in the car. Jada Pinkett was in the car that night, y'all, just in case. She was in the car.
We just found new evidence that Jada was in the car that night. That's a wild picture, bro. So wild picture, bro. I understand it's edited. But it just fits the narrative so well right now.
Whoever created that, bro, had no remorse.
No regard for life. He was focused straight forward, laughing.
I don't see a thing.